schedule. And the whole problem was that I think there was 4 weeks gap between the finish of one and the start of the other. And they were falling more and more behind, and they had promised Sigourney 2 weeks off.
I was really intimidated to meet Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver from Alien. She'd gone on to do other things in the interim and become a huge star. And she was really disarming and really friendly and easy to talk to. And she was so nice to me that I always thought I must be screwing up because she was so overly nice. But that's who she is, and she really was the leader of the cast. You know, it was a big ensemble with her in the lead.
Maybe it was a good thing that I wasn't there because all the soldiers were bonding and figuring out, experimenting with who they were and what their armor looked like and all that stuff. And it's good, I think, that Ripley isn't one of them. And there's sort of distrust on both sides. But it was weird to come in that late. I literally finished one movie and started the other 3 days later.
It was good that we were together first, and Sigourney and Ripley come in later when we're all a unit. She's the outsider, and it was perfect. The same thing with Burke and Gorman. It just worked out that way. So it was easy that way because they were outsiders coming.
I was doing a job before that, and I couldn't actually get in for a lot of the training. But I did, I worked out with weights and did some of the training with them. Yeah, but I've done a fair bits and pieces of militaristic stuff before.
It's been a lot of fun because I am an outsider and just conspicuously it works physically because as I say, these guys are all in their military gear and I'm a guy with a pencil. So I look at them and I look blazingly inappropriate. Someone told me that the other day, someone asked them why I had been here so long and hadn't worked yet because they were just walking by the set and they saw everybody in their military, in their uniform, and here was I wearing a flannel shirt and a vest. And they said, and not only that, but why is he standing in the shot? He's holding up everything.
Jim was very open in allowing us to develop our characters. We had a couple of days where we actually did all the dressing of our weapons and painted our little, idiosyncratic bits of stuff on. I think my gun in the background here, I called it my bitch. All the stuff, the bones hanging off my hat. Jim had a bunch of stuff on a table, not put together in any specific way, and he just said, have at it, guys. And he left us for 4 or 5 hours, and we had a ball.
I put my girlfriend's name on there. It was Louise. And then I think I had kind of like some kind of Japanese kind of a love knot. And actually, I didn't paint that stuff on. I kind of drew it, and then Terry English, the armor, had all the stuff laid on, painted on. I think I had something on the back that said something like dispose of properly. Or one of those do not rupture contents under pressure. We had a lot of in jokes like that.
We were encouraged to personalize it, and our lockers in the shot where we're all suiting up, everybody dressed their lockers. You could see it says adios on the gun. Oh, then it says on my breastplate, it says el riesgo siempre vive, which is a line from a poem that it was a book of Chicana poetry, which means the risk always lives.
Then we were running around being fitted with this armor that was all custom made for us. And I remember Jim had me all suited up in the armor, and he wanted to see just how rugged, how durable it was. So he said, why don't you run down that hallway and just slide into that wall? Okay, Jim. So I ran and slid into the wall. All this stuff broke and came off of me, and he said, this stuff's not ready to go. And so he said to the armorers, you got to make this stuff stronger.